and welcome back to 25 Years by me, Ryan Bostock. These tales are all true and have happened to me, so I do hope this tale provides some benefit to you. Episode 9 is about therapy. In particular, my 5 takeaways from having therapy. Now, whether you've had therapy before, you may have, I don't know, but these are the 5 takeaways, benefits. I'd probably say the 5 particular aspects of therapy that have really impacted me and my life. So, number 1, and I think this is a good one to start with, is you get a number 1 supporter, a friend. Out of therapy, that is how I honestly feel that now I've got a friend for life. And it's someone who always is there, cheering you on. I've never met the person before, apart from a Zoom call, but the relationship that we've got now is that I know she'll always be there for me and my journey to continue on. Number 2, therapy gave me the ability to control my emotions and urges. That was a massive one for me, that I'd have moments where I'd do something just because it could be a sexual urge, so it would be quite an impulsive decision that may then affect what I'm going to do next. So say, for instance, I want to go out tonight, but is it going out tonight because I want to socialise and be around my friends, or is it going out tonight because I want to be around women? And it's that ability to know, right, why do you want to do what you're doing? And going on from that, it's not just about the sexual urges. It goes on when you have a heated debate with someone, or maybe an argument. How is your anger or aggression, or maybe on the reverse of that, your sadness taking over and you not being able to perform and project your voice because your emotions are taking over? You're getting all flustered, you may be stuttering, because that's what I've been in the past. I've spoken about it before, but when someone came at me quite aggressively at work, I was there like stuttering for what to say, and afterwards I just felt, I wish I said this, or I wish I'd said that. But going from therapy gave me the ability to control my emotions and urges. Number 3 is not only being able to control my emotions and urges, but I went on from that and it gave me the control to have the hard conversations. So there's been moments in my life where I didn't know what to say, but I wanted to say something. I could not project myself, I could not get the words out. It could be with friends, it could be with family, it could be with past relationships. I was weak and I couldn't have those conversations. So say when a relationship was falling apart, I would really struggle to turn around and say, I think this is not working for me. I think we should cut it here. And instead it'd end up going a bit more into turmoil, and you'd then break up in a way that's probably, if you had the conversation a month or 2 ago, it would have been much more amicable and not in the way it could have ended. But also from that is when you're having a hard conversation with a friend or your mum or your dad, when they're acting in a way that's just wrong, but they can't see it because they're clouded from their emotions, or they're having a bad day, so they're taking it out on you. And if you're strong enough to say to then your mum and dad or your best friend or your partner, are you having a bad day? And they're like, yeah, well, just take a moment, calm down, and then let's continue the conversation. Just by someone stopping you in your tracks before you then project all this almost verbal vomit onto other people because of some negative impacts you've had that day. So that's number 3. Therapy gave me the control to have those conversations And the control and the ability to do so. Now for me, people have always asked, what about your why? What's your why? Or why do you do what you do? Or some people call it passion. Well, for me, my why was always very simple. It was my granddad. But then once my granddad passed away, I felt lost. I didn't know what my why was then. Why am I doing what I'm doing? And that's one avenue that I went down in my therapy sessions. I was then able to really understand, actually it wasn't my granddad. I did what I did for 23 years. It was, I actually wanted to do better and become a better person, whether it was educational or in sport. But I just look at it as like, oh, I just want to make my granddad proud, or I want to tell my granddad about the exam result I've got, or oh, I've got into the cricket team, or I'm cricket captain, or any aspect like that. I thought it was for him, but actually it was for me. And then, so we went down that avenue, and once I realised that, then I took a moment and I thought, actually, what I want to do is help others. But not help others in the cliche sense, more that I want to inspire others. I want to inspire others who want to be inspired. So you become a better person whilst having a conversation with me, or whilst I'm coaching you. Whatever the case may be, I just want, when you come into a room, and because I'm there, you feel that you're happier, you're in a better place, just even from my energy, never mind my words. So that is an avenue that I found in therapy. And then the fifth and final takeaway from therapy for me was I became self-aware. I stuttered then because I was going to say became more self-aware, but actually I don't think I was that self-aware at the start. And when I became now I've become self-aware, it's a continuous wanting to become more aware. And I may have not described that very well, but all I'm saying is every single day I recognise, right, if I'm in a situation and I can just feel a bit of negative energy or negative impact, I'm aware enough to go, right, okay, let's try and change and navigate it so it becomes more positive, or I remove myself. A lot of the time I just remove myself. So if I'm in a room where I can just feel it's very hostile, it's very negative, and I can get out, I'll just leave. Because my energy, you start full at the start of the day, and then by the end it'll go down and down and down. So I don't want to skip half the way down of my energy just because I didn't take myself out of a situation. So having that self-awareness, then you can then use that for, say, when you're buying something, why am I buying it? Like, I bought a new pair of running shoes today because I want to get back into running, but also the running shoes that I've got are the cushion's gone. So there's a fundamental reason why I bought them running shoes. Not because I wanted to show off, like in the past where I'd buy expensive shoes so I could show to other people, look what I've bought. But there was nothing about them shoes that were any better than a much cheaper shoe. It was just that I wanted other people to look at me. So I cared about other people's opinions, but nothing was going in my head. Wasn't self-aware enough to recognise that's what I was doing. But now looking back, I'm selling all those shoes because I don't want them anymore. They are not the person I am today. So they're my 5 takeaways from having therapy. And I couldn't recommend it enough because you're verbally getting out what you want to say to other people. So initially, not having them hard conversations, you won't have them straight away. But if you start to project them to your therapist, and then you run through them scenarios with your therapist, you can then have them hard conversations. So that's episode 9, therapy. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Cheers.